So our last game was filmed with a Disney Simpsons type design. Obviously, we had our typical game, but then we also had a Simpsons game, and I could see moving forward throughout the next couple years this become a real thing where we're going to have like Simpsons games, we're going to have Family Guy games, we're going to have just a bunch of different cartoon animation games where every single primetime game has this for the most part. Especially later in the season when teams who are playing primetime might just not be good teams. So the NFL's like, crap, we're not going to have anybody watch this game. Might as well sell the rights to this game to like a different like Simpsons or something like that to at least be able to handle how the game is going to go, right? Now, keep in mind, I don't know how they would have handled the Simpsons, would have handled if Damar Hamlin died. Like, not died, but obviously he lived in the end, but almost died on the field. How would they have aired that? That would have been a very interesting situation. But with that being said, I think this is just the future. This is the future of the NFL, and we're going to see this all the time moving forward. We're going to see SpongeBob, Simpsons, Family Guy, American Dad. Again, you name it, it's going to happen because these later in the year games, the primetime games is just boring and nobody really cares about them. Like, who really cared about a 4-win team versus a 5-win team in week 13? I mean, week 14, excuse me. No one really cares about it. Now, I don't think we're ever going to lose the actual ability to watch like typical regular football, right? It's not going to happen. But there is going to be a situation where, you know, this is going to be an option moving forward for a lot of these different games. And it makes sense. The NFL makes money, right? The NFL makes a crap ton of money off this, and they're able to really, you know, bring in a new audience. There's kids that never watch football who watch this game because they know The Simpsons. There's older people who don't even like football who watch this because of The Simpsons, right? You're bringing in a new audience. So, I don't have a problem with this, really. I tried to watch the Simpsons version of this. It was insufferable, I'll be honest with you. But again, I'm also a huge football fan, and I'm also a very devout Bengals fan. So, that might be why, you know? And if I'm casual and I'm just watching it and I don't really have any stake in the game, maybe I would like it, right? Maybe from a different lens, I would think it's actually a really cool idea, cool concept. I never really liked the SpongeBob ones. I never really liked the Nickelodeon ones. I never really liked the Simpson ones here. So, again, this is my cup of tea. I know some people probably watching this video love the Simpsons version. I think it's just insufferable. You know, you don't actually have... Yes, you have some of the players, correct? But then they get rid of Joe, and they put in, what was it? Bart Simpson was Joe, and then Homer Simpson was Cooper Rush. So it's like you take away from that aspect. Jamar Chase was Maggie, which I think is so kind of weird, to be honest. And I think Mo was one of their players. Like, CeeDee Lamb was CeeDee Lamb, but yet Jamar Chase couldn't be Jamar Chase. It was weird. It was absolutely weird. And it takes away from the thrill of the game. And again, you know, listen, at the end of the day, football is a very passionate sport, right? I have screamed, I've yelled, I've lost my voice, I've thrown my glasses. For peace sake, I've done everything except rip my hair out, which I'm surprised I haven't at this point. But that's because football is passionate. You know, we love football. I go crazy on it. So I get it from a fan perspective of your said team. Yeah, I mean, probably, you know, just to have it casual in the background. But again, I just think eventually we're going to see this all the freaking time. Like, this is going to be a thing that happens all the time moving forward. Which, hey, as long as you give us the typical option to watch the game without any of this, I'm okay with it. As long as you give us the option. Now, if you try to force us to watch this and not give us the option of the typical football, put that behind a paywall or something, then I'm going to have a problem. But as long as this is the way it is, I'm absolutely okay. Again, not sure how they're going to deal with if we have a DeMar Hamlin situation again. Hopefully we don't. Pray God we don't. But, yeah. I just don't know how they would handle that situation. And Bart has died on the field. Like, is that how we're going to handle it? I don't know. But anyway, tell me down below your thoughts and opinions. Simpsons football. Lordy. Peace out.